Good morning everyone. Welcome to verbal session. Today's topic is pronoun. This is very beautiful topic, very important topic in terms of placement perspective. And when I say placement perspective, I discussed the placement procedure in the last session. That it's not about just to be good in spotting the error exercises or sentence correction exercises. One who is good in English grammar can can be expert in all the verticals of placement placement in terms of verbal ability. Like the person can be expert, or the person can perform very good in essay writing. The person can score good in grammar section, verbal ability section, and also the person can score good in personal interviews. When you have very good command over your English grammar, you can speak good English. Correct? So pronouns, this topic pronoun is I would say this is one of the most important topics because it covers all these three patterns. It is there in essay writings, it is there in spot the error correction exercises, and it is also there in spoken part. At times we make mistakes. So I'm sharing one example here just to make you understand pronouns. I would start the session with its definition. I'm sure everybody knows the definition of pronoun. Yes, the words that are used to replace noun, absolutely. But yes, I'm writing one sentence here. Please see the sentence, analyze the sentence, and understand the usage of pronoun. So I'm writing here is Ram and Ravi. These are two gentlemen. They are going to the market or some other places. Now, what happens because pronoun is used to either replace a noun, or in other words we say that it is used for removing redundancy. Redundancy is for removing the unnecessary usage of words. Correct? So Ram and Ravi are going to the market, and he fell down. Now the sentence is absolutely correct in terms of understanding English grammar, but it has ambiguity in its meaning. Is it clear that who fell down? What does it mean here? Because we have pronoun here, this pronoun has replaced one of the nouns, correct? So if I write here they fell down, the clear message comes that both of them, right, they fell down. Now the point is he, when I'm writing the singular pronoun he, it becomes ambiguous to the reader that this pronoun is used to either Ram or Ravi. So in that cases this is fine, but if I write it here, this like Ram and some ladies' names, Rita. Now this question is giving me clear message, correct? So the understanding from this pronoun section is that we cannot use singular noun to replace plural nouns, correct? Okay. Now when I say pronouns and its usage, I discussed about its categories, its types, right? So there are various types of pronouns in English grammar, and yes, the types that we have to understand here is the most important types rather, it's personal pronoun. So personal pronoun, person oriented. In the same section I will be able to cover three types of pronouns: personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, and reflexive pronoun. Correct? Apart from these three categories, we have a demonstrative pronoun like this, that, these, those, and reciprocal pronouns. Correct? One, everyone, each one. Perfect? Okay. So personal pronoun, we have first person pronoun, we have second person pronoun, and we have third person pronoun. So these are the categories in personal pronoun. These are persons in personal pronoun. So first person pronoun, the cases we have in these types, the cases that we have are subjective case. So this is subjective case. Next is objective case. So this is objective case. Next is possessive case, and the last is reflexive case. Right? So subjective case, objective case, possessive case, and reflexive case. So these are the cases of personal pronoun. So first person pronoun, what subject cases we have in first person pronoun? I and we. For second person we have you. For third person we have he, she, it and they. Correct? Right. So now we are moving to the objective cases. For I we have me. For we have our. No, it's us. R is not the objective case. Same as for you, it's you, not your. For he, it's his. No, it's him. For she, it's her. For it, it's it. Subjective case, objective case, both are same for it. And for they, it's them are there. So these are the objective cases. Please understand why I am writing this table is that we have to understand which case of these pronouns to be used in a sentence. At times we make mistakes in using reflexive pronoun or possessive pronoun or objective cases. Okay, I'll be sharing some examples of these cases. Possessive pronoun, we have nominative cases here. So now understand like what is the use of possessive pronouns. So the use of possessive pronouns is that this pronoun talks about possession. This pronoun talks about belonging to the subject. Correct? So like we have my and are for we, and yes, mine also in the same category, and ours. Correct? We have your and yours. This way you can fill this table. Him for his and his, her for hers, correct? And it for its, them for their and theirs, correct? So her, hers, them, their, theirs. So this way this is possessive pronoun, correct? Now reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun is reflection. So reflexive pronoun is used when object is the same as subject. Correct? So this is the reflection. This is reflexive thing. The reflection of subject is into object. For example, if I say, I did this task myself. So what myself is objective case, and this myself is talking about the subject, the same person. So this reflexive pronoun is also used for putting more emphasis on subject. Correct? You must have heard people introducing themselves like, hi, myself Sachin. So if I say that hi, myself Sachin, this is absolutely wrong sentence. This reflexive case is not the subjective case. Correct? Subjective case is I am Sachin, or my, yes. Possessive cases, with this possessive case, I need a noun to make it subject. My name is. So my name is a subject here. But for other way, if I take it to the other possession, so mine alone can be used as subject. This marker is mine. So objective, mine is written as objective, or mine as the task. Correct? So this way we write these possessive cases. Another example I want to share it here is like somebody told me, somebody discussed with me. He bought a new car and he said that my car is very expensive and it's more expensive than you. So he said my car is more expensive than you. So the comparison which he was making between me and his car, which was actually wrong. So the comparison should be with the same things, with the same cases, subjective case to subjective case, objective case to objective case. Perfect. Another example, so for me, the reflexive noun would be myself. So reflexive is self. Myself, ourselves, yourself, himself, herself, itself, and themselves. Yourself and yourselves. Two different things when I'm using you for addressing plural things. So yourselves, else yourself. Done? Okay. Please concentrate on this example that I'm going to write here. And yes, I'm sure with the help of this example, I will be able to make you understand the usage of subjective cases and objective cases. Okay. So the sentence is Ram likes Hanuman more than Lakshman. Correct? What about the sentence? The sentence looks absolutely fine. But when we use the sentence in our communication, in our conversation, whether it's spoken or in written communication, again it gives me like ambiguous meaning. This sentence is not clear what this sentence is talking about. How? This is subjective case. No other opinion about it that this is a subjective case. Correct? Now Hanuman this is also an objective case. So this is again final thing that this is an objective case. Correct? Now what about Lakshman? Subjective case or objective case? It is written here in the sentence in both the cases. This word is giving me the meaning for both the cases. Lakshman can be written as subject. Lakshman can be written as object. How? If I consider Lakshman as object, so that means this is the subject, this is the object, and this is the object. Correct? So this person likes this person more than this person again, subject, likes this person. Correct? So how can I write this sentence? If I consider Lakshman as object, Ram likes Hanuman more than he, who? Ram, more than he likes Lakshman. Correct? So this way it gives me the clear meaning that this is the only subject and these two people are object. Now can I make Lakshman as subject here? Yes. That's why I said with this single sentence I'm not able to get the meaning whether the last person, this Lakshman, is subject or object. So I can write the sentence this way also. Ram likes Hanuman more than, now I'm making Lakshman as subject, more than Lakshman does. Because if I read this sentence as Lakshman subject, so the meaning is for me, the clear meaning for me is that Ram likes Hanuman, Lakshman likes Hanuman, both are subject, but Ram likes Hanuman more than Lakshman likes Hanuman. Correct? Yes? So here Lakshman is subjective case, and here in the sentence Lakshman is objective case. Correct? I hope this example is good enough to understand both the cases, subjective cases and objective cases. So in comparisons we generally make mistakes writing cases, subjective cases or objective cases. Yes, in pronoun category we make mistakes in the written communication by writing these kind of sentences, or in spot the error exercises we are unable to find out error in the sentence. Correct? Okay. Next error that we generally see in the examination, especially from pronoun topic, is about how to write, or in written communication it's about how to write the persons. So if I have to write second person, first person and third person, in one sentence. So that means what is the sequence of writing all three persons in one sentence? Yes, my dear students, there is one standard format, one standard process or sequence to write these three persons in one sentence. But there are two different categories of writing these these three pronouns. The sequence. One is if we have positive meaning of the sentence, positive meaning of the sentence or positive cases. So when I'm writing positive cases or a positive meaning, it is talking about like getting appreciation or talking high about whole thing, talking high about all these three persons, getting credibility. Correct. So when we talk about getting credibility, when we talk about getting appreciation, uh, in the positive meaning, the sequence is that I need to keep this first person at the end. So the sequence is 2, 3, 1. That means I should start with second person, third person, and first person. This way, like you, he, and I did this work effectively and efficiently. Correct? So how to write it? You, second person, third person he, and I then did something effectively and efficiently. So this is like positive case. So this is positive case. Other one is the negative case. So when I'm saying negative case, this case is not about negative sentences. This case is about negative connotation. This case is about negative meaning. When accepting mistakes, right? So somebody did a mistake and we accept that mistake, or again getting accountability of something that happened wrong. Correct? So some getting accountability of something that happened good. In that case, I have to write I, the first person in the end, but getting accountability of the task which was not correct, which happened wrongly. Correct? So in that case, I should start with first person. So this is like first, second, third, 1, 2, 3. So this is another sequence of writing these three pronouns. So this way, like I, and then you, and he, third person. I, you, and he made this mistake. Correct? So this way, I'm writing here, guys. Correct? So this was all about pronouns. Yes, we have another category of pronouns, and that is demonstrative pronoun. When pronoun is used to demonstrate the noun, like this is a whiteboard. So in the sentence, this is a demonstrative pronoun. Perfect. There are other pronouns as well. Each, everyone, right? One. So understanding about pronouns is one that if there is a sentence given in different cases, like spot the errors or error correction, so we should find out whether the pronouns, all three cases are written in the correct sequence or not, and whether subjective and objective cases are written correctly, and reflexive and possessive cases have been used correctly or not. Perfect. So with this, I would like to wind up the session. I'll be sharing a worksheet that will have some sentences to find out errors, pronoun based errors, right? So please solve that worksheet. In case you have any problem, any challenge, please write it to me. We can have discussion about it. In the evening, we'll have a quiz on pronoun where again the question type is that the sentences are given to you are from spot the error exercises, sentence correction exercises or sentence improvement exercises, where you have to find out pronoun errors. Correct? So this is all about pronoun. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.